In Uganda, coffee employs about 1.8 million households, and it is one of the major cash crops exported. In the last 3 years, coffee prices on the world market have increased, acting as a motivation for farmers to grow more coffee. However, this positive trend in the coffee sector has been discovered as one of the factors fueling child labor in coffee-growing regions as farmers employ children to offer cheap labor. This was highlighted in the research conducted by African Network for the Protection and Prevention Against Child Abuse and Neglect, AMPCAN.
The coffee in 3 years that we had, the gardens now have multiplied by about 5 times. This has put pressure on supplying seedlings to the farms that are being opened in the country. Now, this is where now we have a big problem with the child labor in nursery beds making, which involves the putting soil into the pots. It is called the potting. And these are the pots, after putting their soil, that the cuttings will be pot, coffee cuttings, and then covered in the nursery bed. So that process is labor intensive, and it requires a long time being done. And the community where the coffee is being grown, they look at the children as the source of cheap labor.
According to the civil society, Uganda's coffee exports will be affected if the country continues to register increased cases of child labor.
International buyers and global markets, such as European Union, impose strict human rights and supply chain regulations. Keeping children on coffee farms directly threaten the country's export volumes and trade relations. Increasingly, Europe will stop countries whose products that are entering their market are stained with human rights violation. If they detect any element of human rights violation, then those products will not enter their market. And in agriculture, coffee is our biggest product we sell, the foreign income earner for our country. Now, if they stop from accessing European market, yet European is the biggest buyer of our coffee, then it will be a huge loss to our country.
The government has therefore been challenged to strengthen supervision in coffee-growing regions in order to ensure that children are not exploited in the coffee value chain.
The government should ensure that the inspectorate is conducting inspections on private farms, homes, and informal sector, including routine and unannounced inspections.
Child labor is a dangerous vice since it deprives children of their childhood and affects their mental, physical, and emotional well-being.